Hello again, all you amazing people out there. This is Jerry K with another riveting episode of Walking and Talking with Jerry K. So come get some steps in with me as we go for a walk. So you might have noticed that today's video is a little bit different. My camera is not pointed at me. That's because of today's topic. So today's topic is being normal. That's going to be today's topic. So you might be asking, well, Jerry, why do you have the camera flipped around if your topic is talking about, being normal and what is normal? Well, I wanted to show you something. This is where I walk every day. I do a 2-mile walk. This is part of my course. The reality is, what I do each day as part of my exercise routine and activity routine, for most people, is not normal. Why do I say that? Well, let me start by defining normal. When I say the word normal, what I'm talking about is more along the lines of average. Because what really constitutes what's normal in life? I think a lot of people would agree that normal is kind of defined as the thing that the majority of people end up doing. And unfortunately, we've been able to convince ourselves that some of the things that people do these days is not only normal, but it's acceptable. And in my opinion, a lot of the stuff that people do these days is neither normal nor acceptable. So here's a few thoughts about being normal, quote unquote. If normal is that you make choices that are terrible for your health, terrible for you mentally, physically, emotionally, then maybe being a little not normal isn't that bad of an idea. I think normal's way overrated because, again, like I said earlier, normal to me means average, what the average person does. I don't know about you, but I've never considered myself an average person. I am way above average in a lot of different ways. Doesn't mean that I don't have room for improvement in a lot of different ways. It just means that, generally speaking, I conduct myself in a way that your average person doesn't. What do I mean? Well, I go for a walk 2 miles every day. I know for a fact that the average person in today's world does not do that. It's not that they don't have the inclination, it's not that they don't even have the desire, it's that they don't have the drive. It's that they haven't identified the reason why taking the time to do this, putting out the energy, being exhausted afterwards sometimes, they just don't have a strong enough why to justify putting out all that other stuff. That's essentially what makes them average. It's what makes them normal. I think in life we are faced with a lot of realities. One of those realities is that going along with what everybody else is doing isn't necessarily the best way to live. I mean, I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but there was a time when it was absolutely acceptable and absolutely normal for the man of the house to be able to kill his wife if she pissed him off. Children at one point were considered more property than family. So if one of your kids made you mad, you could kill him. And it was acceptable. But that changed. It changed as society grew, which if you look at that in itself, it's a great indicator of the reality. If something like that can change as a result of society advancing and maturing, then don't you think it's also possible for an individual to be able to do the same thing? Advance, mature, be something other than what the majority of other people are or are willing to accept. Go a little bit further, just a little bit further. Like for me, I'm going to just lay this out. I think I'm very abnormal in today's world. Why? I don't drink any sodas. I'm not on any prescription medications. I watch what I eat. I buy organically. I adhere to a gluten-free diet. I do a lot of good things for my health. I don't think a lot of people do that right now, for whatever reason. So I would not consider myself normal. I just don't. I don't consider myself normal. But that's not a bad thing, because the way that I consider it is actually a good thing. I don't want to be that normal, because if you think about it, what normal means these days is lower lifespan, years of pain and agony and misery. And honestly, why in the world would I want that? If that's normal, why would I want that? I don't, and I hope you don't either. And I hope if you're listening to this, if you're identifying that you've kind of slipped into the normalcy of current life, I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to encourage you with every fiber of my being to not accept normal, not accept average. Strive to be that person that most people want to be, but either don't know how to be or haven't been able to figure out how to be. You will be so much happier in the long run. Why? Because those choices that you're making are going to influence many other things in your life. Many other things in your life. So when faced with the possibility of just being another average, normal person, I hope you decide that you deserve better than that. That you deserve everything life can give you. But the reality is, life doesn't just come and hand it to you on a platter. There's plenty that you can get out of life, and life will give you plenty. But you have to get it, though. If you're waiting around for life to come cater to you, you're going to be waiting for a long time with probably a very disappointing outcome. So I'm going to just say this. I believe in you. I believe you can do better than normal. I believe you can do better than average. But me believing it isn't what matters. You're the one who has to believe it. So here's the question, folks. Do you believe that you deserve the best that life has to offer? If your answer is not a resounding, yes, I do, then we got some other stuff we need to work on. But you need to understand, you do deserve the best things in life. You absolutely deserve it. I'm going to encourage you to get out there and find it. So why is it that I had this turned around today for this video? Because again, I wanted to show you what not being normal looks like. It looks like a 55-year-old guy walking through a little bit of a jungle on a daily basis as the way to keep getting his steps in to try to maintain the weight loss transformation he's gone through over the last 3 years. That's pretty abnormal if you ask me. But you know what? Abnormal kicks butt. I want to encourage you, hey, watch some more of my videos, come with me on these walks, get a copy of New You, get the New You cookbook, get the New You 5-step program, check all this stuff out, and be as abnormal as you can be. I hope everybody's doing well. Get those steps in. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is key to health. Please like, subscribe, share this information. There's a lot of great info that's coming out of New You, and we really want to share it with as many people as possible. So please share the information. And until we meet again on the next video, be safe and have a great day. Well, hello again. This is a bonus thought to the aspect of normal. I kind of thought about this as I was making my second trip around. Got the first mile in, and now I'm working on my second mile. And I was thinking about normal and what normalcy actually means. And one of the things I forgot to mention, that I think is very important, is that the greatest discoveries, the greatest everything in humanity's history has come about as a result of somebody not being normal, of somebody not doing the average, somebody not doing what everybody else in the world does. That has been the catalyst for the greatest inventions, for the greatest discoveries, for the greatest adventures. That's one more reason that if you're content in normalcy, you need to shake free of that. You need to break free of that. And you need to be as abnormal as you can be. And that doesn't mean be crazy. It means do the things that drive you, as long as those things don't hurt other people or infringe on their right to be alive and exist. But normal, way overrated. So let's strive for abnormal, and let's make the world a better place.